Okay, it looks like we've got about 65 people in. That's great. So we'll go ahead and just get started. This is recorded, so I'll shoot it out to you if you have any additional questions following the meeting. Just go ahead and let me know. So welcome to Spring State Cup 2026. My name is Michelle Wixom. I'll be taking over the State Cup director position and I'll be running the event. My contact information is listed right here, as well as it'll be in any emails that you receive from me. So, as always in the spring, we're split with our older groups on the north end and our younger groups on the south end. All of the south end fields are split into two U11, U12 fields, and full size fields are going to be on the north end. Our standardization for the group play is roughly April 20th through the 27th, with quarterfinals and semifinals starting the following Monday, and they're going to be overlapping. Normally, we would have all quarterfinals on one day and all semifinals on one day, but that really just didn't work with the spring schedule this year, so those will be overlapping. And then the following week will be our finals. Small finals will be on the 30th, U13, U14 on the 4th, and it's looking like 15th through the 19th will be the following week on the 12th and the 13th. We're just waiting for confirmation back from Zebra. These are the referee pay for the event. Same thing as in the fall. This is listed, and again, I'll shoot this out if you have any questions. So moving into the zero tolerance policy, we've implemented it. It's been going on the past couple of years. We've used it at State Cup. It's been great. So to begin with, if you're having difficulty with a sideline, and they have a field marshal, which is going to be your 11s, 12s, 13s, and 14s. Holler at them to call us over. They understand, they've been instructed that if you say, hey, I want you to get staff over here, they will do that and call us down. If you have a fourth official, again, just call us. Feel free to remove any spectators if they're causing a major issue, but for the most part, I'd rather you reach out to us early. It's much easier for you to go, hey, I can tell this is getting a little wonky and I think things are going to get a little heated, and the tone just isn't dropping from anyone. A lot of times, if you call us over early, it kills the issue pretty quickly, and we actually don't have to wind up removing that sideline. It tends to be issues where when we let it grow and let it fester and let it fester, and then we come over and people are ready to erupt. So reach out to us early and let us deal with it to remove that sideline. Fourth officials. As always, the only time we ever have fourth officials is here during State Cup for our U15 through U19 games. Every single player needs to have a sub pass to step on for U15, U16, U17, and then the U18, U19 group. Teams are allowed to have 4 coaches on their bench plus a DOC with a credential. If they're not listed on the roster, they must have that DOC credential that they would have picked up from us. Otherwise, remove those people from the technical area. Only rostered players are allowed to sit on the bench. If they're not listed on the roster, meaning they've been deactivated for that day, they need to be sitting with the spectators on the other side. Again, if anyone refuses to move, causes you any problems, just call us. We will come and deal with it so that you can continue to officiate the game, which is why we have you guys there. Substitution policy. U11 through U14, it's going to be at your discretion. We would ask that you follow kind of the standardized rules of play, depending on who has the ball and whatnot, but dead balls allow those kids to sub. U15 through U19 is a maximum of 7 subs. They are allowed to have 18 players active on their roster, 11 on the field, 7 substitutions for each half. That's it. There's no reentry when they've come off. The only caveat to that would be if there is a head injury. If we are pulling a player off to be evaluated by the trainer for a head injury, another player can step on, and once that player is cleared, he can come back on the field. Substitution passes are required to be fully filled out. If they hand you a card that just has the player's name, hand it right back. Tell the coach to finish filling that out so that we have the proper information. They need to be given to you as the fourth official prior to them stepping onto the field. Any questions as to what the sub pass looks like? Same thing as it was in the fall, very similar to how it's been in the spring. Details required, team name, the half, who's coming in, who's coming out. Game balls. The tournament is providing balls for every game. Do not play with anything else than what you have picked up from headquarters. Each field will be provided the 3 game balls. You, as the referee crew, are solely responsible for those 3 game balls, which means you have to bring them back to me at the end of the night. If a ball goes over the fence, if it goes into a parking lot, if it runs into another field, and if it is anywhere that it is not quickly retrieved and brought right back to the field, just call us. Holler at your field marshal to call us, let us know where the ball went. We have staff to go find it for you. And if you wait more than 5 minutes, those balls tend to go missing and they're really hard to find. They are really expensive for the U13s through U19s. So we would really appreciate that you be diligent in knowing where the balls are at all times. Again, you as the referee are solely responsible for those game balls. Game reports. Please make sure that you report your scores in Affinity as soon as possible. If you finished your game, everything's gone on time, hop on your phone, enter the score for us. If you don't have that amount of time, or it's just easier for you to text me directly, feel free to write down my number. It's right here. Call me, text me. If you're going to text me, make sure you give me the field number, the time, or the game number and the score. Please make sure that you are giving me the team names and not just blue 1, white 0. If you have a red card, I need you to come to the UISA trailer whenever you have time to do so. If you have time again in between your games or you're done, great. If you're back to back to back and you don't have time to fill out that report, you're going to come over to me just at the end of the night. We'll have you fill out that supplemental report and we'll get that typed up and put into the system. For the players, we'll be using the digital playing cards. We do not use any physical rosters. The coaches will be able to hand you their phone to check in the players, or if you're comfortable with Affinity and navigating the digital playing card system, you as the referee actually have access to both rosters through the digital playing card link. And then you can verify who they are and make sure that everything lines up. Sometimes that's a little bit simpler. If you're not wanting to do that, just ask the head coach to provide that to you. Game length. So U17 through U19, standard 45-minute halves or with a 10-minute halftime. U15-16 will be 40 minutes. U13-14 will be 35s. And then the little babies out on the south end, the U11, U12s, they're going to be 30 minutes with a 5-minute half. For the U11 and 12, if you wind up giving a 10-minute half, we're not going to be upset. We have a ton of time built in between those to help alleviate with parking issues. So if they need a few extra minutes, that's totally okay. For your 17s and to 19s, 10-minute halves, we are pretty tight. We do have a little bit of warm-up time in between, but the less we eat into that, the better off we are. Undershirt policy for players. Technically, they should be as close as possible to their jersey. Understand that it is spring, which means we are going to wind up getting a snowstorm. It's going to rain on us. It's going to be miserable. The only thing I really care about is that the color underneath is not conflicting with the opposing team. That's it. Outside of that, please err on the side of letting them wear whatever it is they're wearing underneath to be warm, as long as it's not dangerous or, like I said, conflicting with the other team. Let's just let them play. Half of the week's going to be beautiful. The other half's going to be kind of miserable. Let's just let that one go. Sparta uniforms. Those of you that participated in the fall event understand that Sparta has 2 dark uniforms for home and away. They have a purple and a blue. Sparta is the team that is going to be in conflict. They have been instructed to provide a white jersey for their players. If you run into an issue where maybe they have not worked out with the other team, for their other team to wear white and the other team has not agreed to do that, Sparta needs to be wearing the jerseys that they've provided to alleviate these issues. They are not allowed to wear in pennies or unnumbered uniforms. Again, all of the coaches know this. They know this from the fall, and they'll be doing white shirts. But in the event you have an issue, call us. Again, if you have an issue with a team, a coach, any roster issues, just holler on the radio for us. We'll come down, get it worked out for you. My favorite reminders, uniform requirements for referees. Guys, you are required to wear the official referee shirt. You are required to wear your referee shorts or black pants. And if you're going to wear shorts, I need you to wear the referee socks. Okay, just basic. We all understand. Maybe we don't love to do it, but needs to be done. We also know that it is going to be cold for a couple of the days, and the fourth officials, please just maintain a professional appearance. Dress warm, wear your coats, but just appear professional. You must be currently certified for 2026. If you have not done your recertification, you better get on there and get it done tonight. If you are planning to officiate games, you must wear your current 2026 badge during these games. If you do not have one, let us know, and we will make sure that you are able to get your current badge if you have recertified. And again, if you are not certified for 2026, you are not eligible to officiate any games. This is black and white. This isn't, we'll let it pass and let you get recertified on Tuesday or on Wednesday. Non-negotiable. And then I'll pop into the questions here and get any of those answered. The force officials will have walkie-talkies. They will be given to you at check-in when you check in with Alex for your games. You'll be given the balls and the walkie-talkie. Again, if you're on 13s, 14s, 11s, or 12s, there will be a field marshal provided by the home team. They will have a nice little green UISA field marshal vest, as well as the walkie-talkie. If you have any questions who they are, just walk up to the sideline, holler before the game starts so you know who it is you need to be speaking with to get a trainer or to get staff down there. Calling for lost balls, again, over the walkie-talkie. So fourth official, just holler at me, hey, if we had a ball go over the east fence on the southwest corner, you guys can come grab that. Simple as that. We'll come do it. If it went into the parking lot, tell us where it went into the parking lot. It's north of field 3 in the parking lot. Something pretty simple, but we will come and get that done. If it's the field marshal, I ask that the AR on the side of where the field marshal is the one that hollers, but the center referee, you can just holler over at the sideline when the ball gets launched. Go, hey, field marshal, can you call that in? They'll get it taken care of. Again, we've instructed them about 6 times by this point that they really need to be on it and listening to the referee. Went over half times already. Yes, everything that I have provided here, as well as the recording of this video, will be emailed to you guys after. The fourth officials, you do have a canopy. Every fourth official will have a canopy they can stand under. If you want to use an umbrella, you can do that too. If you're wanting to be on the line, I'm totally fine with that. I'm also good to adjust it and bring the canopy up the line. Lovely. Calling for trainers for your fourth officials. I can provide you guys with, it's just a standardized level 1. This just is a player injured. They're coming off the field. They may be coming off the field on their own accord, but we may have some blood. We may have a twisted ankle, just something that may preclude them from promptly stepping back into the game that we would want the trainer to look at. You can just say trainer, field 3, level 1, white bench, and that will let them know where it is that they need to go. The only time level 2, these are going to be more of your head injuries or anything that the player is on the ground for a significant amount of time and is going to require more direct attention. The only time we are calling for a level 3 trainer is when we have a player who's knocked unconscious or we need to call EMS services. So we only want to hear level 3 when we know we have a serious issue. Any other questions from anyone? And if not, I'm going to turn the time over to Alex to share a little bit of info with you guys, just as your assigner for the event.
Hey, Michelle. You got an echo going on. Is anybody else hearing that?
I hear your echo.
Okay, hold on. Let me fix this.
Sometimes when you have other speakers nearby, it does the echo.
Okay, yeah, let me disconnect my Bluetooth. Hold on.
While Alex is working through his speaker stuff, Trin or Michael, did you have anything that you wanted to add or share?
Testing. No.
I'll drop the link to the digital playing cards into the group chat, as well as I'll include it in the email after.
I'm gonna try connecting my phone. Okay.
Recording in progress.
Hey, Alex,
Okay.
are you on your laptop and your phone?
Am I on my
That would be
what?
it.
Am I on my what?
If you're using your computer and you have your phone nearby.
Let's shut it down.
Or just give up on your computer and use your phone.
Okay, let's try that. Is that better?
Perfect.
Okay, that's what it was. My computer and my phone going at the same time. All right. Okay. Hi, everyone. So just for some of you guys who don't know who I am, the referee cider for State Cup. This is, I don't know how many years I've been doing this. So a lot of the things that Michelle talked about, I will send an email what we covered and just some of the basics we do every year that we go through the procedures. Some of you guys know what to expect. Some of you may be new, but this is why we all do this together. There's people that are there to help you. But for you guys that are new, haven't experienced this is why it's important to make sure you read through everything thoroughly. The rules of competition, Michelle did send out in this link to the email with the Zoom meeting. I will attach it to a separate email, just kind of give a little bit of guidelines like I do every year. So another one thing that everyone's going to always ask, is my scheduling always done? And that would be, no, it's never done. So we continue to keep filling in holes because things change. I'm just focused on getting everything tightened up this week. And then we go into next week. We have partial pool play on Monday with some quarterfinals with the younger age groups. And then we'll start getting into the quarter semis, etc. So if you guys haven't seen anything next week, that's why. But most importantly, we're just trying to get through this week. Check-in procedures. All referees, we're asking at least 30 minutes. However, let's be realistic. Some of our 3:30 times, 4 o'clock, it might be a little tight, and we go through this every year. Understand that. It's totally understandable. We're just asking what you can do to get there as soon as possible. What I'm asking is that if you are running a little tight on schedule, what I'm saying is that 15-minute window, and you're going to make it there before game time, that you text message me saying I will be there at so and so field, Don't call me. The reason why I say don't call me because I can't answer phone calls and directing traffic at the same time. So text messages saying I'll be at the field. That way, when I reference it, when people are asking, "Hey, where's my referee?" I can look and go, "Okay, yeah, they'll be there." So calling me is like for emergency situation, but because you're stuck in traffic or hey, I'm running a little, tight. That's not an emergency. So with that said, check in, Michelle. We're going to be over at same headquarters between Field 1 and 2, correct?
Yep, I'll have all of the referees do their
Okay.
check-in at the main UYSA trailer, although there will be staff support and a second headquarters for the little groups down on that south end.
Okay. All right. So are we have the UISA bus? Is that what kind of like we're using for like we
Yep.
did? Okay. So UISA, the big UISA bus is like the headquarters for the referees. No, Michelle will have the USA trailer. That's where the headquarters for all the games issues. Like for instance, we have red cards. You must come to headquarters, fill out a not game report, fill out a supplement report, and that supplement report, I need to review it as well. Or if you have like Trin and Mike as well as they're the UISA representative too representative, we need to be looking at this before you submit it. And the reason why is because if you submit it and there's something valuable information that's missing, we just need to make sure everything's good to go. And as well as Michelle will review it too, but we'll all be reviewing it, make sure we got everything, dot your I's, cross your T's. So just remember, red cards must come back to the trailer. So, and if you have a game, say for instance you have the 4 o'clock game, you have a red card, you may not get time to go and do a supplement report. If you do and you happen to say, hey, I got a little bit of time, depending on where your location is, great, let's do it. But that needs to be done before you leave. You do not leave the night and say, I'll just get it when I go home. Okay, with that said, game reports, and we all get used to going to do our regular games. We go home, we put the game score in. That doesn't work for tournaments because Michelle needs those ASAP to update standings, and we have to have them. It's not till the next day. So in other words, make sure you get your game reports done before you leave, or else you get a text message from me probably at 3 o'clock in the morning. So just make sure that's done, and then weather, like Michelle said, I was looking at it about like Wednesday, Thursday. It's going to be a little wet and cold, and so we start planning for that. In other words, dress warm and look professional, but dress warm. We understand that weather's going to happen. We want you guys to be comfortable, warm, but also looking professional. So if you ask me if it's okay if I wear your long pants and it's, like I said, it's going to be probably mid-40s and stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, you stay warm. Stay warm. If you have those long Under Armour or athletic wear you want to wear underneath, that's fine. We just ask you to find the predominantly black. We ask that for all referees. Like if you got predominantly black, please wear that. Fourth officials, like Michelle said, just dress warm, look professional. So check-in procedures will be at headquarters 30 minutes prior to game. You also have to pick up the game balls, correct, Michelle?
Yep,
Okay.
game balls in your
Game balls.
walkie.
Yep, game balls and walkie. I will have this all in the email. So if some of you guys haven't done this before, a lot of you guys have, I'm still gonna have this in the email so you guys will cover all that. So that's the most important thing. When we first get going, everybody's in place. Once again, schedule. I'm continuing to keep adding. You guys might get a text message and say, hey, are you guys available for this day? Because things are gonna change. So don't think like everything's just, okay, he's done. No, I'm not. I'm still working on moving things around. So, but for the most part, I'm getting things tightened up, getting to later this Saturday. Saturday's what I got to definitely work on, filling some holes on Saturdays, and I'll get that figured out here real soon here by tonight. So going into rest of the week, what else we got? So we cover weather, uniforms, look professionally, like Michelle said. Nobody comes with white socks because if you come with white socks, it's obviously it's your first time doing State Cup. So that's going to be taken care of. We want you to look professionally. Um, game reports also, if you're having problems getting into the system, I mean, you can always go to headquarters. You can always text. Is that your number, right, Michelle? That you gave out, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll have Michelle's number there too as well, point of contact. So you can contact her, just let her know, hey, score. Make sure you put the field number, game number. That's pretty much most importantly. Time, game number, field number. If you don't have the game number, just make sure you get your time right and what teams. See what else. You covered everything else with the injuries, fourth officials duties. So reserve. Some of you people I might have in reserve. I handle that. If you ever see, just so you guys understand what the positions are. If you see mentor is the fourth official. So that's for U15s and above. If you happen to see a club linesman, that means I have you on reserve. Reserve means you guys come hang out with me during the tournament, and you're there to stand by just in case something happens. Referee doesn't show, referee gets injured, and then we'll go ahead and just have you stand by ready to fill in. So, but tomorrow's weather looks really good. Going into Tuesday, Wednesday we have a light schedule. So those that are going to be working Wednesday, just dress warm. But going on Thursday, it will be colder, a little bit wet. Friday and Saturday will be the same thing. It won't be, it's not looking like it's going to be wet, but it's going to be cold. So just dress warm. Anything else? Am I missing anything? Anybody have any questions?
What's your game schedule for Saturday?
You can talk to me. Yeah, what's my game? We can talk about that after the meeting.
Like what times are games being played? That's
Oh,
what
we're
I'm
starting early morning, like 8:30 in the morning. It's by increments, 8:30, 10:30, 12:30. Last game is at 2:30. Yeah, that's where we're starting. The younger, I have, since I'm looking at my phone, I don't have my schedule in front of me.
Youngers are off. We have them again off of each other for starting time. So
Yeah.
our youngers are not starting until 9:30.
Yeah, so we'll start an hour later. Yeah, so just that time frame you guys look at from 8:30 till 4:30 on Saturday. That's what we're looking at. So, yeah. But like I said, guys, I'll have everything in the email when I send it out. So you got your point of contacts and everything. And if you guys know ahead of time, to give you an example, you guys know it's like I got a 3:30 game. I probably won't be there until like 3:15. I was like, that's fine. Just give me a heads up. Let the other crew know. We know these first games start first scene of the day. It can be tight for some of us, but I will say this too. The good thing is we're starting early. We don't have to fight traffic around that 5 o'clock. After 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock, it's bad. So that's one thing that's good for us that we're not fighting that heavy traffic. But we understand. I've been doing this long enough, knowing that you guys are doing your best. But we just ask you to be there 30 minutes prior to game time. Any questions?
On that note, the new
Yeah.
traffic lights by the rack do make traffic pretty rough. So plan an additional few minutes trying to come in, especially leaving as well. It's been really congested the last 3 days, so I don't anticipate it to get any better.
Somebody asked if we have reserved parking.
I wish.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a little tip here about parking. Since it is the younger age, when we have younger age group, but depending on where you're parking, obviously you guys want to be like, I want to park over close as you can by headquarters. This is what I'm gonna suggest most of you guys do, especially if you're going over to field. What's the farthest field we have? What is it? 11?
11.
Yeah, so it's all the way in the southeast corner. What I suggest all you guys do, if you guys are going to happen to travel there, because sometimes you might want to grab your car and just go over there, park outside of the rack on the west gate where between 1 and 2, because that's not where people want to park. Parents always want to park as close as they can. Park outside, walk in, won't take you long, check in, get in your car, drive over there. Parking will be fine over there. It's not going to be like every field's going. because really there's not every field is running these next few days. It's just a few of them on the east side, east corner. So you guys will be fine if you're looking for like can't find parking. Park outside of the gate. More likely you'll find parking. Your chances are a lot better than if you're trying to fight everybody else. But it works for me all the time because that's where I park. I'm like, I don't have to worry about parking.
Any other questions?
And you guys can reach out to me anytime. Text message me, email me. If you have any questions about scheduling, anything like that, please get a hold of me. And I just ask, don't make my job any harder than it is because we still have season games going on right now. So just don't try to make your schedule changes last minute. It really does affect me. I have to stop everything when I'm in a rhythm. And so when these things come up, like, hey, I decide I got something else going on. I want to do this. It just doesn't look good, you know? It doesn't look good. And I figure out once people start doing that, you know, the sick card, oh, if something came up. I hear that all the time. Just stay with your commitment. It's very important. And if if you got something to come up and it's in advance, please don't wait. Or don't do this. I'm sick, but I waited until that day before my game, thought if I could feel better, I might show up. Well, if you're waiting until 2 hours before the game time to see if you feel better, you're pretty much good to go. That call should have been a long time ago. So, like I said, unless it's really illness. So I hear it all. Just please don't make my job harder than it is.
Michelle?
Awesome. Yeah, Michael Trin.
I just have one comment for everyone. Since this is the highest level for these players, we do have mentors on almost all the games. Please take the time, well, the older games at least. Please take time to listen to what the mentor has to say. You may not always agree with them, but listen. It may not, you might understand it later on, but take notes, listen. They're there to help you out. We're not trying to say you did horrible. We want you to know, to improve everybody. So that is why the mentors are there. So please take the time, listen, and respect what they have to say.
Thank you, Trin, for mentioning that too. And Trin is right. We do have mentors being looked at. Looking at a lot of these games. Dick Freeman is like in charge of the Liable Mentor program, and him and I would go over the list of referees. There may be some of you guys I don't know as well, but I do want to get to know. And I'm going to say this very directly just because if you see a game assignment that's a U11, U12, don't be offended. And I'm not kidding when I say this. Like, there's going to be some really good games that are going to be, you guys are going to think like, oh, I want something more challenging. Well, trust me, I'm going to tell you straight up, some of those U11, 12 boys games are very challenging. And I've had to put regional referees on there because they were tough. So don't take them lightly. And I like to spend a little extra time once the games get going over on those younger age groups because there's a lot more fireworks happening, a lot more chaos, a lot more drama. So this is your time to like see who you are. And trust me, like I point out several names where I said, Dick, we have some mentors to go check these referees out. Let's do it. Because I will be driving around saying, okay, look what these referees are doing. So please do not take this lightly. These are not just your normal league games. You just show up. It's like, okay, I've got 5 games and these are like even kill. There's some competition. Everyone's there for when they want to go to nationals. This is their World Cup. So I like to see some of you guys out there and, perform at the next level. Just be shown. Just show you want to be there. That's all we ask.
Awesome. Well,
I'm good.
if that's great, if that's it from everybody, then I'll let you guys all enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. And like I said, we'll shoot out this video as well as any of the other information Alex needs for you guys. And we'll get that out to you this evening. We'll see you guys all tomorrow.
Hey, Michelle, I have a quick question for you.
Of course.
I know that there's been a new kind of way that they're doing like they did away with regionals for progressing and whatnot.
Yes.
And so, is there a way we could get some information either in the email that's being sent out or whatnot to give us referees an idea of how these, like what these kids are doing to get to nationals and whatnot?
Do you just have a question? So, I mean, I can really quick run over for the boys and the girls coming out of State Cup. There's no longer at all a regional event. So the winner of this event will go directly to nationals. Nationals for the boys will be held here at the RAC in July and Epic, I believe. And the girls will be in Tennessee. So they're competing. It's gonna feel like the regional events because they're competing for their spot at nationals here. There are a lot less wild card opportunities because we've gotten rid of the regional event. So especially as we get closer to finals, those first and second place teams, there's less of a chance for that second place team to get an additional spot to play. So they are really going to be duking it out a little bit more than we normally see. So we saw that on the boys' side, and I anticipate to see that here on the girls' side. But I can shoot you guys a little bit of info regarding nationals. So take what your mentors have to say when they give you that feedback, because we're going to hopefully be using a lot of you guys at our national event here. Anything else? Sweet. Well, then everybody enjoy your Sunday night, and we'll see you tomorrow afternoon.
Hey, Michelle, what
Thank
are the
you.
dates